Biden's new executive order could affect big tech. A Nintendo 64 game just sold for a boatload of money, and Android 12 will let you play games while they download. How's it going, everybody? This is Dave LeClaire with MUO Tech Bytes, and I am about to take you on a journey through the biggest tech news stories from over the weekend. It is Monday, which means a lot of stuff has been going down over the last couple of days, and I'm going to recap it for you right now with our first story. Here we go. So now that President Biden is firmly in his seat as the President of the United States, it's time for him to make some pretty big changes, and he has done just that, and quite a few changes in his latest executive order are going to have some very large effects on the tech landscape. So if you are a tech follower, which I'm assuming you are because you are here, you're going to want to know about these. So the biggest change comes to the fact that net neutrality is now back. It was repealed in 2017 by the former administration, and now President Biden has brought it back, which means that all data on the internet will be considered equal. ISPs will no longer be able to mess with data based on the type of data that it is, and that is a big deal, and that is something to be celebrated. The new executive order also brings some good news for those who are fans of the right to repair, as it is now pushing more in that direction to be able to repair your gadgets yourself at small shops or at home without having to take them to the manufacturer. So it says the president encourages the FTC to issue rules against anti-competitive restrictions on using independent repair shops or doing DIY repairs on your own devices and equipment. So that's pretty cool. There's also some stuff in there designed to keep big monopolies in check in terms of acquisitions and mergers. So that'll help keep competition going, which is good for everybody. There's also a rule in there that bans ISPs from striking deals with landlords that limit tenant options. If you're curious about the full scope of this executive order, head to the link in the description. It'll take you to the White House website. It's not all about tech. There's lots of other stuff in there, but if you're curious, make sure to check it out. And also check out the MUO article linked to in the description, which gives you a little bit more detailed breakdown of the tech-related stuff. So I think we can all agree that Super Mario 64 is one of the most important platformers in the history of video games, as it really defined what a 3D platformer can be. And now a copy of the game has just gone up for auction, fully sealed, and has sold for $1,560,000, making it the most expensive video game ever sold. If you're a fan of Super Mario 64, you know that game is great, but I bet you didn't know it was worth over $1 million if it was sealed. So this beats the record that was held for just a couple days by a copy of Legend of Zelda, which sold for $870,000. Now it is almost double that amount by moving on with the sealed copy of Mario 64. So this is actually the first video game reported to have sold for over $1 million. So if you have a sealed copy of Mario 64 sitting around and it is in super mint condition like this one was, maybe you might want to sell it because it might be worth a lot of money. So we're getting a slow trickle of news about Android 12 as we move closer to the release of the latest version of the operating system. And now we have found out that Android 12 will actually allow you to play games as they are downloading. So if you're downloading a big game that's a couple of gigs and you just can't wait to start playing it, you'll actually be able to jump in there and start playing it, kind of like what you can get on an Xbox and a PlayStation, where they let you play a game after it reaches a certain percentage downloaded. You'll now be able to do that on your Android device. So to put that into perspective, you could play a 400 megabyte game within seconds of starting the download, because it's going to download the core assets that you need to run the game and then continue to download everything else while you're already playing. Any game that's using the Play Asset Delivery system will be able to support this without game developers having to do any extra work. If a game is not using this system, you will not be able to play it as you download, so it's not going to be all games on the Google Play Store. It will be select games, though a lot of games do use that system, so it should be the fair amount of large games will support it. So Google has said that in its testing, it has seen games playable twice as fast as they were before, so it's a pretty big time save. If you're talking about a 10-minute download, you'll be able to play the game in 5 minutes. I mean, that's not going to change your life necessarily, but if you're in a hurry and you really want to play a game, it's something cool to have. Now, Google did not say whether or not all devices running Android 12 would get this feature or only certain ones, so we'll have to wait and see once Android 12 drops exactly how it works. But either way, it is quite exciting for Android users, and it's something cool that maybe will make those iPhone users just a little bit jealous. And with that, this episode of MUO Tech Bytes is over. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative, and I hope that you will like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you never miss another episode of MUO Tech Bytes and all the other cool stuff we put out here at MUO's YouTube channel. We got reviews, we got how-tos, we got it all. So make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.